Welcome to the structure of kidney. Urine is the major excretory product of human being. It is brought about by human excretory system. Consists of a pair of kidneys, one pair of ureters, an urinary bladder, and an urethra. The pair of kidneys present in the anterior part of abdominal cavity, one on either side of the median line, below the diaphragm and liver. Kidneys extend between the last thoracic and the third lumbar of vertebrae. Right kidney is little smaller than the left one. Kidneys are reddish brown, bean-shaped structure, measuring 10 to 12 cm in length, 5 to 7 cm in width, and 2 to 3 cm in thickness, with an average weight of 120 to 170 gram. The kidney is covered by a tough fibrous tissue called capsule. Concave part of kidney is called hilum, through which a pair of arteries, a pair of veins, and an ureter enters. Internally, kidney has three regions called renal cortex, renal medulla, and renal pelvis. The medulla has 8 to 18 conical lobes. Consists of multiple lobules called medullary pyramids. Cortex projects in between the medullary pyramids is called column of Bartini. Medullary pyramids terminates into a structure called renal papillae. Each medullary pyramid opens into a small chamber called minor calyx. The minor calyx in turn opens into a wide chamber called major calyx, which finally opens into another wide funnel-shaped space called renal pelvis, from which urine passing through ureter collects into the muscular sac-like structure called urinary bladder. Each kidney has 10 lakh structural and functional unit called nephron, which are present in medullary pyramids, involves in filtration of blood and formation of urine. Nephron has two parts, the glomerulus and the renal tubule. A tuft of blood capillaries formed by the afferent arteriole called glomerulus is present in the double-walled cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule. Glomerulus along with Bowman's capsule is called the Malpighian body or renal capsule. The inner layer or the visceral layer of the Bowman's capsule that surrounds the glomerulus consists of a special type of cell called podocyte. The lumen of Bowman's capsule continues to form a highly coiled network called proximal convoluted tubule, the surface of which is lined by cuboidal epithelial cell bearing a brush border microvilli. A hairpin-shaped handy loop is the part of tubule which has a descending limb and an ascending limb. The descending limb is comprised of thick segment and the thin segment. The upper part is thick segment, while the distal part is the thin segment. The ascending limb of Henle has thin segment in the proximal part and the thick segment in the upper part. The ascending limb continues as another highly coiled tubular regions called distal convoluted tubule. Certain cuboidal cell lining the distal convoluted tubule in the area near the Malpighian body possesses dense contents called macula densa, which can sense NaCl content in the filtrate. The density of many nephron opens into a straight tube called collecting duct, many of which converge and opens into the renal pelvis through medullary pyramids in the calyces. The Malpighian body, proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule of the nephron are located in the cortical region of the kidney, and the Henle loop dips into the medulla. There are two types of nephron, cortical nephron and juxtamedullary nephron. The cortical nephron are much more in number than the juxtamedullary nephron, and the Henle loop of it is very short, which extends very little into the medulla. The Henle loop of juxtamedullary nephron is very long and runs deep into the medulla. There are two arterioles, afferent and efferent. Afferent arterioles is wider than the efferent one. The efferent arteriole emerging from the glomerulus forms a fine capillary network around the renal tubule called the peritubular capillaries. A minute blood vessel of this network runs parallel to the Henle loop, forming a U-shaped structure called vasa recta. Vasa recta is absent or highly reduced in cortical nephron. Hence, cortical nephron involves in the formation of urine, while the juxtamedullary nephron has the job of concentrating the urine.